Hey everyone, welcome to Phnom Penh, Cambodia, a bustling city located in Southeast Asia. A city that is expanding quickly and transforming from dusty streets with few stoplights to large overpasses and new cement roads every month. I'm Dewey Yoder, the Destinations International Cambodia Team Administrator. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to hear what God is doing here in Cambodia. In this video, we hope to give you a quick recap of our ministry over the last 7 years, as well as share with you an exciting new opportunity that God has led us to. Please keep watching to see how you can partner with us to continue growing God's kingdom here in Cambodia. Our team first arrived here in June of 2014 with a focus on planting a church. After a couple years of language study, God called us to an area of the city where few Christians were living. After moving to the new location, we opened a local NGO, now called Redeeming Rain Organization. And in February of 2017, we began teaching English, computer, and having kids club. The opening of Redeeming Rain Organization allowed us to begin building relationships in the community and pave the way to where we are today. Before COVID hit, we had been meeting weekly for times of worship, but since March of 2020, we have been finding other ways to continue ministry. In the fall of 2020, we hired a Khmer man to begin our savings group program, SALT. This has been another great way to build relationships with many different people. Then in late 2020, we hired another Khmer man to help with the church plant. Both men have been an invaluable asset to our team and ministry.
បាទជំរាបសួរអ្នកទាំងអស់គ្នា Hello, my name is Sam Pengkhon. I am the pastor for Redeeming Rain Church located in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. Over the last year, we as a church have not been able to meet together for worship because of COVID. Due to this, we have had to come up with creative ways to connect and grow in our spiritual lives. We have been meeting together in small groups for Bible studies, as well as sharing sermons on Facebook Live. Pray that we should be able to begin meeting together in person for worship soon. In addition to being pastor at the church, I also oversee the Redeeming Rain Dome Ministry. In February of this year, we opened a dome for university students coming from all over Cambodia to Phnom Penh to study. The purpose for our dome is to provide low-cost housing for those students as well as a safe environment for the students to study and build community with fellow students. At the dome, we offer music classes, English classes, Bible classes, as well as occasional computer classes. This has been an excellent way to share the gospel to young people who are searching for truth. Pray for these students as they study for their schooling, but also as they learn more about the gospel.
ជំរាបសួរ Hello, my name is Chun Levi. I am the lead facilitator for our Soul Saving Group program. I am also enjoy teaching guitar and piano class. Currently, in our Soul Saving Group program, we have 6 groups scattered around Phnom Penh. Each group has between 4 to 15 people. The main purpose of the program is to teach the member how to save money, as well as teaching lessons on many different biblical topics. This has been a really good way to build relationship with people in the community. Pray for the member of the saving group that they would be open the lesson taught.
Hello, my name is Rivaldo Castillo, better known as Jivy. I'm a member of the D&I team and oversee the English classes. About a year and a half ago, our English Center was temporarily closed due to COVID. And then since then, we've had to switch to having smaller classes that meet at our house. In January this year, we were able to reopen for a few months, but then had to temporarily close again. We are still closed and meeting in small groups at our house. Pray that we could reopen soon. We have had to dramatically reduce the amount of students that we can teach due to some staff returning to their countries. I could also use some more help, so pray for some more teachers.
Hello, my name is Elvin Martin. Along with my wife Ruth, we serve as field directors for the D&I teams here in Asia. We reside in Phnom Penh, Cambodia, and we assist the team here with ministry of planting reproducing Anabaptist, indigenous, mission-minded churches that glorify God among the Khmer people. We have set the bar for a church plant to be planted when there are 50 true believers, and we have a church constitution. We have a robust discipleship program, which includes seeking classes, discipleship classes, evangelism and mission classes, and that we would have a permanent building for the church to meet in and to host English classes and discipleship and missions classes. We also envision an ordained national leader or leaders, and that the church is actively planting a church in another location in Cambodia. Over the last 6 months, our team has been talking about the next steps for ministry here. We strongly believe that for the Redeeming Reign organization and the church plant to be stable, that we need a permanent location. But you may be wondering, why not house churches instead of one single building? Well, the first thing is that in our community, most families live in a single room apartment. And those that do live in a larger house often have a small store or some other business that takes up an extra space that could be used for church services. The second thing is that landlords here are notorious for raising the rent after the first year, making it very expensive to rent in one place for any length of time. And in speaking with other church leaders here in Phnom Penh, they tell us from experience that as a church, you will be forced to move from time to time, and every time that you move, you lose people, and it's almost like starting over again. The third thing is that being able to find a suitable place to rent, for example, a hotel or a rental hall, is pretty much non-existent in our community. And because we need specialized space, such as enough open space for worship and also individual rooms for English and discipleship classes, it pushes us to find a property that we can change and adapt to our needs.
During the time that our team had been talking about the next step for our ministry, we had looked at many different buildings. We believe that God has called us into this area over 5 years ago, and we believe that God wants us to stay in this area for many more years. Many of the buildings that we had looked at were either too expensive or would take too much work to change it into what we were looking for. One day, God brought a piece of property into our path that was almost exactly what we were looking for, in almost the exact location we were looking in, and at a very decent price. The property has 2 row houses that are sitting on 2,142 square feet, and an empty lot beside it that is 1,022 square feet. The row houses have a total of 15 bedrooms, 1 kitchen, and 1 living room. The empty lot will give us room for expansion in the future if need be. The total cost of this property is $250,000. We made a $5,000 deposit already, and we need to make a second payment of $80,000 on November the 13th. The final payment of $165,000 will need to be paid by May the 13th, 2022. Also, we are planning to do a few upgrades to the property, such as adding 1 more story on one of the buildings so we have 4 more rooms, as well as finishing the rooftop. The budget for this is $30,000. You may be wondering, what can I do to be a part of this? How can I be a part of this? There are 2 ways for you to help with this opportunity. First of all, pray. Pray for wisdom as we take this big step. Pray that God would provide the funds needed to purchase this property. The second thing you can do is donate. Below this video, you will find a link that will direct you to D&I's website where you can donate. Please prayerfully consider this opportunity. Also, we plan to upload monthly video updates on our YouTube channel and Facebook page to keep you updated on how the plans are progressing. If you wish to receive these updates, please subscribe to our newsletter list in the link below. Finally, we are planning a Zoom call for those of you who would like more details or have questions. In the Zoom call, we will address details such as who will own the property, what will the property be used for, and many more details. We will also have a time for questions and answers. If you would like to join that call, please click on the link below. Thank you for joining us today and taking time out of your busy schedule to learn more about what God is doing here in Cambodia. We appreciate your interest and are thankful for your time here today.